What's up, Wikimaniacs? It's your boy Josh here, and on today's episode, we are, of course, doing best of Am I the Asshole stories of 2023. We have a cousin who ruined Christmas, the red dress story with its update, OP the pilot, an OP who served disgusting food, a husband who was kicked out of the delivery room, and an OP who refuses the name their wife chooses. Be sure to comment on which Am I the Asshole stories were your favorite this past year. Reddit on Wiki Best of 2023 starts now.
Do it! Just do it!
Expert in fucking, I don't know.
Great power.
For the fifth time, it's your boy Sean.
Then I guess we will move on to our final story before the Patreon stories. This one is not an AITA story. This is a true off my chest. It was just, it was so good that like I had to include this one.
That's okay. We'll break the rules for this Friday episode and potentially breaking the mold for me in the future. And I appreciate this. So
No. You're contractually obligated to do nothing but Am I the Asshole?
Damn it.
If you ever want to do other stuff, you could do a Monday episode and then
we'll switch. We'll be the host
we'll
for that
switch
Friday
for that week.
Thank you, Sean, for trying to
Just to mix
compromise.
it up.
I appreciate that.
Of course, always.
Okay.
Horrible.
But in
Giving power to the white man.
in the spirit of the Am I the Asshole predictions, I am still going to ask for your guys' prediction on what this is. So true off my
you
chest.
said prediction right for the first time. That's the first time I've heard that word said correctly in like months, I think. Oh my God, that just hit differently. Whenever you said prediction, I was like, oh my God, that's a thank you for that.
Sean has trauma.
I'm not sure whether to apologize or say you're welcome because that was unintentional.
You should apologize. Yeah.
He's
Tears of
crying.
joy, I think, are coming out. That's crazy.
So, true off my chest, cousin's gift ruined Christmas and possibly my relationship. What do you guys think the gift was? It was a gift given out to multiple family members.
Poopery.
No, that would make everybody happy.
Yeah.
That's the good stuff.
Actually, I'll give you a little more. It was a gift given out to multiple males who married into the family.
Oh, this gotta be some fucking sick shit. Either a sex toy or some OnlyFans subscription, maybe.
Oh, shit. Married into the family is weird, though. So not the men in the family. Oh, man. Yeah, I'll just go with something simple, but probably not what it is, like a fleshlight or something like that.
I was gonna go the
those be nice.
same but different. I was gonna go anal beads.
Oh, so, we're all in agreement that it's all sexual.
It's some weird shit. I think
I know,
we
I was
mostly
like-
are just projecting off of John saying weird shit, and I'm like, okay.
I love it, guys.
Well, I will tell you that one of you is correct. So
I hope it's
come-
Sean.
Is it
It's
Sean?
not gonna be anal beads. No.
It's the funniest.
I come from a big family. Our holidays involve extended family like second cousins. My fiance and I are in our mid-20s, and there are a lot of cousins in their 20s and 30s. Last night, we had our big Christmas party. It was fun to see everyone until it was time to exchange presents. My cousin Anna, not her real name, hands out pink envelopes to all the 20s and 30s men who have married/dated into the family. My fiance received one and quickly put it in his pocket after opening it. I was distracted opening my gifts and didn't ask to look at it. About 20 minutes later, my cousin Rachel, again, not real name, pulls me aside and says Anna is giving out cards with instructions on how to get a discount subscription to her OnlyFans.
Her OnlyFans.
Oh my God.
Are you?
And none of the men said anything. They just put it in their pocket.
That is...
Yo, it's like, I'm gonna redeem this shit tonight.
In front of everybody.
That is crazy.
Hey, yo, Anna, wild.
I mean, just always be plugging, I guess, right? That's the same.
That's in your family.
No, the men who married into the
They're
family.
not blood related.
But they're part of the in-laws. Are
She's
technically family.
entrepreneurial.
Yeah.
I mean,
This is
Hey, I'm never
she's
mad
trying to
at
get
the
that
hustle.
bag.
this is that grind set.
You been grinding.
Holy.
Holy
Girl
moly.
lost a little too close to the sun. But anyways, Rachel's boyfriend got one of the pink cards and showed Rachel because he was weirded out. I'm
Yeah,
pissed at this
a
point.
normal response. A fucking
That is-
normal
it-
response.
That is something Sean would do.
Yeah. You'd be like, look at this.
Look what I got, babe.
Scared.
Would y'all not do that? What would y'all do?
Oh, I would definitely do the same thing.
Yeah, I
I'm
would
like,
be like,
okay,
what
yeah.
the fuck is
No,
this?
no,
Like, this is
I don't wanna
weird.
get in trouble.
This is
Like,
weird.
I wanted
Like,
poopery
respect
and
the
not the-
hustle, but not us.
Yeah. Ugh.
I would assume that it would be a gift card, like a generic gift card to like Starbucks
Any
or something.
OnlyFans?
If I saw somebody giving out an envelope to like all of the insert category, because like I have an uncle who gives out, he used to give out Borders gift cards, but Borders doesn't exist anymore.
rest in
But he
peace,
always
Borders.
gives
Don't even know what that is.
it was
like
a
a Barnes
large
and Nobles?
scale,
Barnes and Nobles, yeah.
book chain. So he always gave out or gift cards to a bookstore to all of the nieces and nephews, myself included. So like this is what I would assume if I see my cousin handing out
Right.
an envelope to all of the men who married into the family, I would be like, she doesn't know them that well. They're getting gift cards.
They're getting Walmart gift cards or some shit. Yeah.
Wally,
Wait, I
bro.
forget. What's her relation? She's the cousin in this story?
Yes. So OP is the cousin. Her cousin Anna is the one giving out the cards. Her cousin
Wild.
Rachel's boyfriend is the one who ratted, and Rachel told the rest of the family.
Dude, I wonder if all the other guys are like, you fucking idiot.
I would hope they
Oh,
wouldn't
man.
say
I hope
that.
they all break
They would
up
be like,
with
this
their
is
fucking-
fucking weird.
Dude,
Oh.
every husband or boyfriend that didn't like come forward immediately.
I get it though. If you're like, okay, I don't want to bring this up in front of everyone. I'll wait until a private moment where I can be like, yo, what is
Nah,
this?
hell no. I'm
I
like,
can understand
I'm
that.
gonna
That
get the
motherfucker put it
drama.
back in his- One boy put it back in his pocket. Isn't that what he said?
He
Yeah.
opened it,
Put it away. He
looked
opened
at
it,
it,
put it
and
away?
then put it back in his
Hey,
pocket.
that's
Nah,
grounds
you
for
gotta
divorce.
go,
Nah,
brother.
that's out.
You're
See, but
out.
I'm socially awkward. I'd be like, I'd pull her aside right away, but I wouldn't do it just out in public.
Oh
That
yeah,
would be-
not out in public, but
Yeah,
like
yeah,
I'd be
yeah.
like, hey babe, like dude,
The
what
intent
fuck?
is there
What
already.
the fuck?
Okay. Well, keep in mind that like this didn't happen simultaneously. This happened 20 minutes later. So in theory, all of these
Okay.
men had the opportunity
do
to
it.
That's what
tell
I'm
their
saying.
wives
Yeah,
at
okay.
this point. Because Rachel is outing this 20 minutes later.
Yeah, I was thinking
Dude,
like
they're
a
all
5-minute period, grace period, where you're like, okay, I gotta like text her, be like, yo, come to the kitchen with me or something. But yeah, 20 minutes is way too long of a time period.
Shit, I would have been immediate. I was like, hey, we gotta go to the side right now. This is fucking weird.
Absolutely. So OP says, I'm pissed at this point because I suspect my fiance's card also has an OnlyFans discount. So I asked to talk with him and he denies getting the card from Anna. I tell him,
Yeah, nope.
Nah, fam.
Done.
She saw you put it in your pocket, bro. Dude, this fiance? Was it fiance?
fiance,
Oh, call it off. Call it
Oh
off.
my god. Shame.
Yeah.
I tell him, I saw her hand you one and I watched you put it in your pocket. I go to grab his pocket and he suddenly remembers getting a
Oh,
card.
get
my
the fuck, boy.
God.
Oh, my nah,
Dumbass.
nah. He's an idiot. You gonna double down on being a fucking sketchy motherfucker? Oh my god, you're dumb.
But he claims he did not open it. I take it from him, and of course, it's already open. And of course,
What?
it's about OnlyFans.
Oh my God.
Dude, I didn't even know they had OnlyFans gift cards. I'm about to give some out for my bunion pics.
Is it like a QR code or some shit?
Also hilarious that it's only a discount, so they don't even get full price off. Still
Right.
have to pay.
I thought you were a family. Come on.
Where's the family
Ew,
discount?
so
yeah?
gross.
That's even more weird.
So gross. Oh,
What
I
you
don't even
doing,
like
step
talking
bro?
about it.
Get a
Don't say
month
family
off.
discount with this.
What are you doing, step bro?
Oh, wonder what
No,
the wedding gift would
absolutely
be.
It's a custom video.
Custom video.
Like how you would get if you are a $10 patron.
Oh, there you go.
If she's anything like some of the other families we've seen from wedding videos or wedding posts, I would say that she's probably going to steal the wedding dress and make OnlyFans content in the wedding
shit.
dress and then
With
still
him.
charge
With him.
and send out the Bordeaux photos.
Man,
Boudoir,
here comes the
boudoir.
bride is another level.
Oh God. Oh Jesus.
Oh my God.
Okay,
I had that
so
already.
I go back inside to confront Anna and find her already arguing with a different cousin who is upset because her husband has already tried looking at Anna's page.
Bro.
Yo, he a savage for
Holy shit, I laughed so hard I ripped out my cord on my headphones. He looked at her or tried to. He didn't even successfully look.
Oh, 'cause he probably didn't pay.
Oh my
Got rejected.
God.
Oh
Anna-
my God.
Anna claims she's just trying to get her business off the ground, and no one appreciates all the hard work and skills
Wrong.
it takes to be successful in a digital career.
And like, by all means, I get that.
Yeah.
I'm all for it. That's your line of work. You picked the wrong clientele, girl.
Oh my
You could have gone
goodness.
marketing elsewhere. You could have put up a billboard or some shit. But your family member's significant other, girl, you are tripping. Like, that's not a girl boss move at all. That's
Yeah.
just you're being a
It'd be different if it was like Friendsgiving or something like that, and still shitty, but
Yeah.
but at
Holy.
least it's not family. That is so fucking weird. I can't get over that.
She says her gift isn't sexual, it's just marketing.
That's literally marketing sex, though. There's nothing wrong with that.
There's
but
nothing wrong with that at all. But
to your family.
We're pro sex work. We're pro getting your bag. But
get your bag. Wrong demo though.
yeah, wrong demo. But maybe you solved, a lot of problems later down the line.
Yeah, it sounds like
they
there's
get
a lot of shitty men.
out. Yeah, get the
married
shitty men
in.
out earlier.
Maybe that was a tactic, low key.
Yeah, she's like,
Doesn't
I'm
sound like
really
it.
looking out for you guys, to be honest.
Yeah, if she said that, I'd be like, okay, you know what? Maybe, but she doubled down on
I
her
think
business.
we're still throwing hands though.
Some of the older relatives, aunts and uncles, are starting to take sides too, but they're mostly really confused about what's going on. Anna's mom started crying because of something I said, and my mom tried to get me to apologize, which pissed me off more. At this point, I leave with my brother and his husband because I don't want to spend the night with my fiance at home, and I don't feel like going with parents when my mom is pressuring me to apologize. Oh, and surprise, surprise, Anna didn't give my brother's husband a card, so make of that what you will about the intent behind her gift.
Because she says the wrong demo. Like,
Yeah.
why didn't you think of that? Oh my God, you are.
I think that's
Anna.
discrimination. That's
It
bullshit.
is.
If you want to
Yeah,
market to everyone, market to everyone.
Yeah,
The
the
fuck
gay
is this?
brother-in-law didn't get the card.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
bullshit.
he could be bi. You don't know.
Yeah,
Holy crap.
It's
I'm trying to
the
think
last
of like
line.
who would be a good person to give fucking OnlyFans gift cards to.
no one.
Like,
no
how
one
do
you
you?
know should know.
Yeah,
know
yeah,
you
no one
have
you
an
know.
OnlyFans unless you're like just open with it. But like your family should. I mean, they could know, I guess, but they should. They should.
They shouldn't be getting discounts.
Yeah.
Yeah, if your family better support you full on, full price. The fuck? No discounts here.
The only place where you should be doing this is outside Spencer's in the mall. Just saying.
Yes.
About
Yeah, oh, that is the exact demographic you want.
Oh yeah.
or any other, I guess, sex shop that has a physical location.
I remember thinking Spencer's was like, I walked in for the first time. I was like, man, this place is cool. And then I was like, what is
Go to
that?
the back.
What the fuck is that?
Well, the front,
It looks an awful lot like a, whoa.
the front of the store is just filled with a bunch of cool like fandom
Yeah,
stuff.
Like pop culture shit. Yeah.
Yeah. Thought I was in my zone.
It looks like a hot topic from the front.
Yeah, but you gotta hit it for the back. You know what I'm saying? That's where
No,
it's interesting.
absolutely not.
No, it's Spencer's. I'm not saying that, but you know
Not the
what I
tone that
meant.
you said that in.
Oh, is it the tone?
implies.
No.
Yeah.
As long as you have consent to go in the back, that's all that matters.
That's all that matters.
no.
That's true.
All right. So the last line of this rager is, I'm seriously considering calling off my engagement over this, and I'm pissed at my
you
cousin for
absolutely should,
ruining
yeah.
both Christmas and my relationship.
Yes.
Oh,
he lied to you.
I
He
truly
lied to
don't know
you.
who I'd be more mad at.
I'd say thank your cousin for,
I'd be
I
more
don't-
mad at the fiance for sure.
Yeah.
potentially dodging a bullet.
I don't know. I'd be furious at my cousin
I mean,
for
I'd be
doing that.
very mad at my cousin.
I know, but,
But
I'm just
also,
saying.
like, I have much more trust in my fiance, or you would hope to have much more trust. So
You should
to have
trust your
that broken-
family. It's literally family that's stabbing
it's
you in the back
cousins.
here. It's bullshit. Both of them are
I know.
very shitty people.
For sure.
wild, bro.
Yeah, I feel like the only person who deserves any kind of praise in this story is Rachel's boyfriend.
Yeah.
The only person who went up and told his significant other, like, hey, your cousin gave me this. You should know about that.
Yeah.
We've got a full-blown husband. A husband looked that stuff up.
That's crazy.
look at her now.
I didn't know what
He's got a
OnlyFans was.
boyfriend.
I didn't know what OnlyFans was. I thought I was just supporting a small business.
I can understand like the aunts and uncles not understanding it and being like, yeah, why are you getting so mad? But like the husbands are young enough to know. They
discount's gonna
Well, expire in she-
30 seconds if
She explicitly said it was handed out to the men who married into the family in their 20s and 30s. So it
Yes.
was, she's not even going for the older husbands.
Yeah, which would be her aunts and uncles, which would be, I mean, it's weird all the way around, but it would be weirder, I think, for sure.
This is just the wrong party to bring these two.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh shit, that was a good one. That was a good one.
This was not the top comment, but it was the best comment. So I'm going to read this to you guys. And it is basically it's a poem.
Oh.
'Twas the night before Christmas, and all through the house, the silence was broken by clicks of a mouse. The page was up on the family living room TV. It was our beloved cousin Anna and her large titties. Come Dancer, come Prancer, come Donner and Blitzen. All the male relatives were eyeing the OnlyFans vixen. The gift may have been a tad bit uncouth, but so was blasting the ASMR audio through Alexa's Bluetooth. Let us remember in good kindness and cheer not to invite cousin Anna to Christmas next year.
Yeah.
Wait, is there ASMR porn? Is that a thing?
You tell us, Sean. You're the one who has the OnlyFans. Sounds like new demographic.
Explicitly Bunyan. But
I'll get back to you guys next week.
Good God.
I was going to do some research and get back to it.
I'll let you know if that exists. I'll let you know.
Comes back. His hand's just shaking. Yeah, it exists, guys.
It's like your skin is glowing.
You're sweating a lot.
It's glistening.
Oh, that was a beautiful poem.
That was.
And a beautiful way to end that story.
An insane story.
Yeah, I can only imagine there's going to be a few divorces and called off weddings for that family at a minimum.
Yeah.
Dude, imagine, there's like home wreckers, but then imagine wrecking like a consecutive 6 different homes.
It is insane.
Crazy.
It is insane.
Generational home wrecking.
I know, that's insane.
That's like a new trauma unlocked.
It's like the goat of home wrecking.
Like Christmas is never the same after that because that's going to be the topic of conversation.
Everyone's going to be single next year. It's crazy. And Anna's just going to be looking around like, damn, what happened?
Where's everyone? My subscriber count went up.
I was just chatting with.
Sent me a DM. Filthy stuff.
Remember that guy?
You're glad you broke up with him.
Yeah, he's a piece of shit. He'd be asking me to do dirty shit.
with your wedding dress. It's crazy.
Insanity. I can't believe that.
All right, on to the final story, my guys. This one's cross-posted by the GOAT. Turtles Can Fly 7. Am I the asshole for showing up at my ex's wedding in a pretty dress?
I mean, if you were invited, you were invited.
Fair enough.
If you're crashing, then you're an asshole. Hate to say it.
Okay.
Hate to say it. Weddings are stressful.
They are. They're Sean's trigger. That is your trigger, Sean. You always usually side with the wedding party.
Yeah.
All right. So my ex and I had a peaceful divorce. We co-parent with our 3 children together, and there hasn't been any issues. My ex is getting married to Stephanie. I like Stephanie. She's been great with my kids and makes my ex happy. My ex invited me to their wedding, and I was happy for him. His reasoning was that it was my day with the kids, so that it made sense for me to come. When I arrived at the wedding, Stephanie thanked me for dropping the kids off and brushed me off. We never had any issues before. I explained that I was going to stay for the reception, and she was very upset. I was confused because I assumed she knew I would be in attendance. It turned out that she didn't consider that I would actually accept the invitation. I told her that I was invited, and since I took a 2-hour drive, I would be staying for the entire duration. She didn't like this response. Stephanie asked me to leave, and I stood my ground. She went on to complain about my dress upstaging hers. My ex and former mother-in-law helped to calm her down, and the wedding shortly began.
Yeah, wait, did they have RSVPs or something? Did they not?
Right.
How are you so shocked?
Stephanie sounds fake as fuck.
Potentially.
Yeah, I'm not with the wedding people so far.
I thought that was the end of it, but later in a private, Stephanie accused me of trying to ruin her special day. She's convinced that I wanted to show off and make the wedding about my divorce. She said it was rude of me not to leave after the bride requested it because it was her special day. I told her that I'm not responsible for her insecurities and once again reminded her that I have no interest in stealing my ex back. So am I the asshole?
No.
And I have a link.
I'm going to go with no.
I have a link to what they say the dress looked like. And then you guys can reevaluate.
If this is like some see-through, that's a perfectly fine. That's a normal
fine.
dress.
And it's red.
What the fuck? I mean, it's a gorgeous dress, but it's not like fucking Lil Kim at the VMAs where it's like just a pasty. You know what I mean? Like that's a dress.
Stephanie tripping, bro.
you guys might be in the minority here. So I'll go to read some of the comments, but you guys are saying not the asshole so far, right?
Yeah, not the asshole.
Is everybody like that dress is too sexy?
Yeah.
Really?
A lot of people are saying that dress.
It's like a ball gown.
That looks very normal wedding-ish thing to me.
This may be a male like not understanding what the difference between dresses are, because a lot of people are like the dress is unacceptable. Most people commenting are saying it's unacceptable.
Really?
So maybe
what
maybe because it's
subreddit
like
is this?
this is
Am I the
ours.
asshole? This is ours?
What? This is ours. People are saying, yeah. Which I mean, also the Am I the Asshole subreddit agreed they're the asshole.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah.
Man, we're totally off the mark on this one.
So apparently, what it is it's literally like a red wedding dress. It's kind of like it's a wedding dress, but just a different color, which is not okay to do.
Looks plain to me.
Well, I mean,
is
yeah,
it like
but-
lace and stuff?
Yeah, it has
see
lace and
that?
stuff.
Oh.
Might have been hard to
Okay.
see.
I mean, that's not great. Maybe I'm just oblivious, but I mean, yeah.
I think two things can be true. I think the husband didn't make it clear that you were going to be there. He's kind of the asshole.
for sure.
But if the bride was immediately like, "Hey, I'd prefer you not be there," like you should probably respect that. I mean, it sucks, but it's also like it is her wedding, right?
Yeah, that's true.
And then on top of that, if I'm assuming what everyone is saying is correct, this wedding dress is over the line, then yeah, you're 100% the asshole for trying to upstage her very clearly. So I have the hindsight. I also probably would have taken your side, but I also don't know dresses that well. So
Maybe I don't
I'm an
know
idiot.
dress etiquette.
Same.
You know what I mean? Maybe
Yeah.
maybe
Maybe
there
'cause
is
I
like
don't-
unspoken rules about wedding dresses besides like don't wear white. I don't know.
That's
You know
all
what
I
mean?
know, to be honest.
Yeah, all I know is don't wear white. So maybe there are other unspoken rules, like you're not supposed to be strapless, or you're not
Yeah.
supposed to wear like I guess it's a long gown. So maybe you're not supposed to wear like a long gown that
And
like,
it was lace, and it did look like a wedding dress if it was in white. So
Oh. Maybe I just don't look at
I
anyone
didn't
else but
get
my
big-
wife during that day. So that's probably why.
fair
yeah,
enough.
I didn't get big wedding dress vibes, but maybe we're not seeing like super detail. It's just long
Yeah.
and lace. I feel like there are so many fucking different types of wedding dresses and different styles.
Yeah,
So
there are.
honestly, anything could be a wedding dress, But
Yeah.
I don't know. Me personally, maybe as not the bride and not a bride, it's hard for us to say that that's unacceptable.
wrong. Yeah.
Yeah, because if I saw somebody wearing that at my wedding, I'd be like, "Oh, cool, styling out." You know what I mean? Like, it's not like
Your wife's pissed off.
obviously, if my wife is pissed off, I'll be like, "You gotta go."
Hey,
you know
yo,
what I mean?
get out of here.
Yeah, but if I just saw somebody wearing that, I would be like, "Oh, cool," whatever.
Yeah. I mean, I'll put it on the screen for YouTube, and then maybe I'll link it in the show notes as well if people listening want to check it out. Give us your thoughts. I genuinely want to know.
Yeah, we're
because
never like
Look
mad
what I'm
about
wearing.
being.
Look what I wear every week. I'm not a fashionable person, so I don't understand fashion.
I'm
Maybe
with you
just
on
in
that,
general
Josh.
about being
Yeah.
wrong about these things, like admitting if we're wrong. So truly, we don't know what we don't
Yes.
know. You know what I mean?
Honestly, at the end of the day, it's an opinion. For us too, Sean, who's been there, we don't see any fault in it. Like I personally was like, how is this controversial or like?
Right.
Yeah, I was expecting some fucking like see-through,
I thought it was gonna
all
be like
mesh
some-
or some crazy.
Lil Kim type of shit, like when one titty's hanging out type of situation.
That's what I'm
I
saying.
thought-
Lil Kim at the VMAs.
yeah.
But I will say this: you did bring up a point I didn't even think about. She was like, I don't know if she ever explicitly said you should leave, or if she just looked upset. But I guess either way, if you see an upset bride and you're the cause of it, you should probably do something. But also, are you watching the kids because it's your day for the kids? It's a complex scenario. I guess the grandparents could watch the kids because they're there.
Yeah,
I don't know.
that's what I would assume.
All of it comes down to is like it sounds like it was bad communication from all sides of the party.
Communication.
Yeah, I knew that was coming. Yeah, I would say at a minimum, the husband or the ex-husband is an asshole for not communicating to both sides of what the expectations should be. And then if the jest is as offensive as it is, and I mean, the bride clearly asked you to leave. Yeah. You should have just left. You were
just
kind of an
left.
asshole for not.
Yeah, I changed my mind. I stand by. I don't think, and this is a man. I feel like I'm mansplaining at this point. But yeah, I think the dress is fine. But I do think you are the asshole for choosing to stay when clearly you're ruining the vibe.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, I changed my mind due to the
Rethinking the circumstance.
yeah, and then hearing from the Wikimaniacs, them giving their
Absolutely.
point. And I'm like, oh, that does make sense.
It's a learning thing. So definitely let us know in the comments and let us know what your take is on the dress.
Now I'm trying to wonder like what I could wear at a wedding that would upstage a husband. Like what is the equivalent of a
Crotchless
man
pants.
doing?
Like the
All right, there it
tightest,
is.
the tightest slacks that you can tell where it's leaning.
A tight gray suit because they
Yes.
say gray sweats are the sluttiest man piece of clothing,
Yeah, baggy
I got nothing to
sweatpants.
prove on that one. It's
or just
like,
straight up a gray sweatsuit, a suit made out of sweatpant material,
Oh,
offensive
that
to
sounds
the
comfy as
eyes,
fuck.
and then
God damn.
I get sad wearing gray sweats. I'm like, not that much of an imprint.
In regards to the Pokedex of Women episode with the Am I the Asshole, we did the bride that upstaged the
Oh, man.
ex that upstaged the bride with the red dress.
Yes.
we were super wrong on
There
that
were,
one.
Super wrong.
I don't know. It was very polarizing. It was either like, this is completely okay. And like my culture, red is like good luck
no,
or whatever.
no, yeah.
No, good luck. Like it was, it's
good
a
luck.
good thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. To wear to a wedding or something like that. And then there were people that in this context, definitely wrong. Following Alex posted a comment and said, the dress is a bit much for a guest. Red is also known as a signifying a past with the groom. I feel like if I was the ex, I would be trying to blend in, not stand out. And someone in the comments below mentions that there's an update, which I have here today so that we can discuss it. And it's a interesting update because it comes from the bride's perspective. So,
Juicy.
so if you haven't heard this story yet, just cut it here. Go listen to that episode and listen to the full context. But just as a summary, basically, ex goes to her ex-husband's wedding wearing a very red dress, and the bride gets pissed off, asks her to leave, and she wonders if she was the asshole. So that's a quick summary. There's tons of other details in there, but that's quick to get to it. So from user noyam9520. My wedding was ruined by a jealous ex, and she decided to brag about this on Reddit. So I love the pettiness.
Here we go.
Bam. Let's do this shit.
My husband and I have been married for 2 weeks, and I'm already having regrets.
God damn, you want a refund in 2 weeks? Holy shit.
Damn.
Rough. My husband's
Ooh.
ex has really been making things difficult for us. She makes sure my stepchildren call me by a first name rather than any in term of endearment. Our wedding happened to fall on one of her days with the kids. My husband invited her for reasons I'm still unsure of. I was aware of her receiving an invitation, but my husband never informed me that she had accepted. She came with the kids an hour later. I assumed she was dropping them off, but she had intentions to stay. She was dressed more elegantly than me, and that felt off. So I asked her to leave. She disrespectfully told me that she would be staying. My husband and mother-in-law told me that she was like family and would not be leaving. I was disgusted by this because it was obvious what the woman was doing. She posted the story on here, but in a way that made me out to be a toxic villain in the story. The story appeared on the popular page of Reddit and was also on a friend's TikTok For You page. Could have been us. I hope it wasn't. No, this is too long ago, I think. It wasn't hard to identify myself because I recognized the dress, and she also used to reveal my real name in the story. I don't understand why she's doing this because we have been civil with each other until now. And I'm very offended by the way she degraded me in her defensive comments and by the fact that my husband took her side. So, revisiting that story, is the original OP, aka the ex, the asshole?
Yes. I'm going to go with yes now.
Yeah. I think Sean and I came on yes. Then you were more hesitant to call her an asshole, John. I think you said the bride was.
I think I might have been a little hesitant as well. Because I was like, I mean, it's just a red dress. It looked fine to me. The lace is definitely not great.
Yeah, I think you came around when I said, but if a bride asks you to leave your wedding, or leave her wedding, you should just do that.
Yeah.
But
And people were saying on the comments on TikTok too about how it was, I don't know what that term is, when it's a train, like is that?
That's like the
when a
part
dress is
that
trained?
hangs. Yeah, like dresses train.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so
Sure.
that was a big that was a big thing in the comments. Either that's what made it more of like a wedding dress-esque
I see.
situation. And yeah, I mean that also like comes in our ignorance when it comes to wedding dresses and like what's the norm or what's a social faux pas in like weddings and all that shit. So that's on me for not knowing. So but now that I hear a different context and a different perspective, I'm gonna go on with the OP being a full-blown asshole.
Absolutely.
Oh, not just the OP. I'm sorry, the OP,
husband
the mom,
too.
and the husband
mother-in-law.
too. Yes. So let me add those three.
That whole
Yeah.
side.
It is refreshing is not the right word, but it is like eye-opening to be like, oh yeah, there is always another side to this story.
Yes.
And you can always paint someone else as the villain in your story. So
But at the same time, we can only go on the perspective that was originally given to us.
oh yeah. We're still giving our judgment however we can, but it's just nice to have in the back of your head.
Yes.
There's a possibility that there's something we're misunderstanding in the story. So
I mean, yeah, I feel like we say
I'm so distracted by Kara. I'm sorry.
it's the
So
first time
precious.
ever. But yeah, I feel like even when we pass judgment on stories, sometimes we're like, given the context that we have, this is
Yes.
what we think. We don't say that all the
Yes.
time, but we've definitely certainly said that before, like a couple of times.
yeah, we have.
So it's
Yeah,
it's like,
there was a
100%.
bunch of stories where we're like, I don't know the full scope.
Yeah.
Like there are some where I was just like, yeah, you're a clear cut fucking asshole.
yeah,
There
Yeah.
are times when like there are probably more details that we don't know about.
for sure.
And on the subreddit Am I the Asshole, there is a flare that's called needs more information. So that does happen.
oh, cool.
Oh,
okay. Well, that's good to know.
So the next story is from Am I the Asshole? It's cross-posted by Phoebe the Fan, and it's titled, Am I the Asshole for asking my wife to respect my title as a pilot?
Yes.
I'm gonna go with
He
okay,
is the
Laura,
asshole for...
you can elaborate. Go ahead.
The biggest red flag for me is the word respect.
Right. RESPCT. Find out what it
Yep.
means to me.
Immediate red flag.
Okay.
The vibe is off.
I like that. That's something you guys should learn, finding like keywords that give them red flags.
Again, we're idiots.
yeah, we're not
Josh.
smart.
This is why we bring in professionals in
I
here.
know. We're training you guys to get better.
Are you gonna give me money to further my education?
No.
Then
No, I won't.
Don't complain about your co-host.
I will
He's just gonna
congratulate
laugh
you.
at us
No.
for
Yes.
our
He's gonna be nice
accomplishments.
about it.
Yeah.
No, I will be good. I will be joyous.
Guy just gaslights us all the time, huh, Sean? Like,
I do
what's
that.
going on, dude?
Yeah, that's my red flag.
Crazy.
Gosh, it's all the flannel that you be wearing. That's why.
Yeah, that's what it is. What do you guys? You guys agree with Laura? Or?
I'm getting a red flag vibe too, because something about like people referring to themselves as their title instead of their being as a person gives me
Right.
douchebag vibes. I know this is giving me like my ex career as a military.
I was gonna say.
someone who's like, don't refer to me by my name, refer to me as sergeant. I'm like,
Right.
bitch, I'm a sergeant too. Like, come on, like you don't need me to. I don't need you to call me that. Like when I'm off uniform, So
Yeah.
it's giving me you think you're the shit type of vibes.
Okay.
Those people that are like, they don't respect the veterans and disrespect, no disrespect to veterans out there, but there are definitely some people that are like a little bit
what? Yep.
over the board with that kind of stuff. If you know,
Over
what I
the
mean.
board.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah. Okay, so let's hop into it and see where it goes. I need opinions of AV geeks and pilots on the matter involving my wife. I am completely serious and I need help. That was in all
Aviation.
caps.
I was gonna ask what AV was. That's aviation, right?
Think so. I'm not.
Okay.
I'm not an AV geek, so I don't know.
Sounds right.
My wife and I have been together for 5 years, married for 2, no kids. We have an amazing relationship, and I can't recall a single time we've ever argued to the point of breakup or divorce. I mean, I would hope
Extreme, bro.
not.
Damn, he's really thinking about divorce because
A little fight. You can communicate is immediately fight or divorce. Like
I also like that he's like, a single fight that's what it equates to, is a breakup or
Yes.
divorce. It's like, no, you could have fights in a relationship, just it doesn't have to equal breakup. Anyway, this issue, however, is causing me to reconsider the health of our relationship. Since my wife and I have been together, I have worked as a manager for a restaurant chain. I'm extremely passionate aviation enthusiast in my free time. I have spent thousands of dollars of flight textbooks, sim gear, and even built my own A330 setup. I don't know what that is, but
like
sounds
a simulator setup?
probably, yeah. Sounds expensive.
Okay.
sounds like this man hasn't actually flown a plane. But I'll wait.
It's funny you say that, Sean. The next sentence, I have never actually flown a plane.
Oh no!
But respect my title, though.
Bless your heart.
I've never actually flown a plane or started flight training, but I have considered it for a long time. Even though my skills are not a career, I still consider myself as adept or possibly more knowledgeable than the average pilot. That being said,
Excuse me?
that being said, here is where my problem arises. My wife and I were invited to one of her male coworkers' house for a barbecue. My wife is a senior software tech for a COVID startup. She's worked there since 2020, a lucky catch after she was laid off from her previous job due to the virus.
Lucky.
Lucky cat. Do you know how
Already putting her down here.
Yeah, true.
Do you know how difficult it is for women to get in tech? And this is someone from a tech space.
Yeah.
Okay? So like, it is so hard to be respected as a woman in the tech space, and I don't fucking stand that
Yeah,
shit.
shout out to your wife because she's hella respected in the tech space.
Yeah.
Weird shit, you know, like shout out to my wife. She's thank
killing
you
it.
for making me all these drinks and being awesome to me
Killing in
because
the
I
tech
am
industry.
nothing.
It was my first time meeting many of her now close coworkers due to COVID and working from home. I'd assumed she talked about me before, but as we were cycling through the introductions, I became less sure. We were making our way down the line to the host of the party, a new male hire that she has grown platonically close with. We exchanged casual conversation, and Greg, the host, asked what I do for a living.
Oh no.
My wife
Oh, don't say
No, don't call him a pilot.
this. Brother, don't do it.
My wife chimes in with, he manages a insert fast food chain. It comes with certain benefits. I'm assuming she refers to the free food. And in a voice that implied nothing was wrong with what she said, I quickly corrected her and told her that I'm a pilot.
No.
I played thousands of hours
No.
of Elder Scrolls Skyrim. You don't see me claiming myself as a professional orc.
This is wild. But yeah, I was thinking the same shit. Imagine playing Grand Theft Auto for decades
I'm a
upon
hitman.
decades and being like, yo, my wife don't respect me as a gangster, bro. Like, what the fuck? I be on these streets every day. I'm simming it.
I'm a 99
ever-
on 2K. I'm
Have
Hall
I
of
ever
Fame,
been
baby.
in a gang? No. But she will respect my title as a gangster. This is insane behavior.
Unhinged.
Absolutely insane.
So my wife already knows how insecure I am about my job and how I'd much rather be introduced by my hobby. I've earned the title of pilot through my 500 plus hours on sim and thousands of dollars put into my craft. I think it's incredibly disrespectful for her not to acknowledge my skill and training. Just because I don't have the title of a pilot on an overpriced piece of paper doesn't mean I'm not a pilot.
I think that's exactly. I think I might be crazy, but I think that's exactly what that means.
Oh, here's where it gets not as well. I mean, it's funny now, but here's where it's get not so funny. So I laughed it off with Greg, told him under my breath that my wife was often forgetful, which I'm sure he realized just from working with her.
No.
Oh, no.
No. You are a fake
Wait,
pilot.
pause.
Yeah.
I'm not a therapist,
Okay.
but I'm on TikTok and I watch a lot.
Same.
That gives you like, you know, that gives you
I watch.
cred.
Actually, I go to therapy, which makes me a mental health expert.
Exactly.
So I'm gonna diagnose this guy as a narcissist, as a TikTok therapist, which is what I like to be.
Which is
called.
Yeah, you can print that off. You have as much experience as this guy has as being a pilot. So
Yes, exactly.
You have the equipment. You
No.
spent money on equipment already. You might
I
as well.
did.
Just because you don't have a
My
fancy
phone,
piece
it-
of paper that says you're a therapist doesn't mean you're not a therapist.
No, oh, that's so bad. But no, totally like these narcissistic traits, like feeling smarter than other people, needing to center yourself, like all of those like weird behaviors of like my wife.
Yeah.
My wife doesn't know shit. Like she's just a dum-dum.
especially at a
So
work,
weird.
like her work
A work function.
function.
right?
Her work function.
where it reflects on her how you act at the party.
Imagine
Alright,
telling
Nasty.
your
Okay, I can't wait. I can't wait
your
to hear.
wife's coworker, oh, she's forgetful. Like,
Yeah.
that puts her in such a bad light. Like, what are you doing?
Just
And why can't you be proud of what you do, man? Like what
yeah,
you do is
there's nothing
work.
wrong with being a manager at a
Yeah.
fast food restaurant. That's hella
You keep-
stressful.
You keep me going like on days where like, you know, I can't make food. So
Yeah.
be proud of that.
Absolutely. So he seemed to brush it off casually. At this point, I'm fuming, but I don't go much farther than exchanging some nasty glances at my wife for the rest of the night. As we pack into the car to leave, the argument starts. She feels as if I don't deserve my title as a pilot because I'm not professional. I told her she is completely insensitive to the
I'm
work.
with her. I'm sorry.
I think we all are.
Oh God.
I told her she is completely insensitive to the work I've done and she will never understand what it's like to study so much. She's currently on the couch as I type this. Am I really the asshole for asking to be respected?
Yes. Did you just say she didn't study that much?
Yes. To be a senior, whatever it was.
Insane. You know how much they gotta learn? They gotta learn Python. They gotta learn script. All that shit.
Yeah.
That has a lot of math. Ever since they put letters on math, I gave up. That's a lot of studying.
That's like grade 5. John.
Yeah, that was pretty early on, John.
My point exactly.
Oh man, just unhinged behavior to try and convince other people that you're something you're not.
Yeah, it's so weird. That's the part. Because if we go back to the previous one where it's like putting down her hard work, this is not the same thing.
No.
Like if you're a hobbyist and this is your passion, that's totally different. Someone asked what he does for a living. Like, what do you do for a living? I manage, but I spend most of my time with this really cool aviation project that I'm into. Like, that is a totally different thing. But like, again, like I'm going to gas my husband up on his hobbies, but he would never be like, you don't respect me as like whatever fucking video game he's playing right now. Like, I don't know.
Flight simulator.
Yeah. This is my, oh shit, he wrote this.
Well, it'd be like,
Sorry, Jack.
it's like, so I do website development and design. It'd be like if I was at a party, like a work function for my girlfriend, and she introduced me and I was like, no, I'm a podcaster. Like that's what I do. Like, it's not what I do for a living, right? It's
right.
It's something else
Not
completely.
yet.
Well, not yet, but yeah. And to be fair, to his credit, if he actually did go out and got the certificate and was working on getting a pilot, like become a pilot, and he was like, oh, I'm working to get my pilot's license, then it would be like, okay, that's fine. Like you can be like, yeah, I'm a manager, but I'm working to get my pilot's license to become a pilot. Like that's fine. You can do that. But right now you have not done the steps to even go get into the schooling to get to be a pilot. You're so many steps removed from where you want to be.
It's a fake title.
Yeah.
He faked a title.
He did. He just lied. I'm the president of
Just
the United
a
States.
lie. Yeah.
You can't, Josh. You're Canadian.
You can't stop me. Oh man. What, any last thoughts before we move on to the next story?
Sean, I think you were saying something.
Oh no! I was just gonna make a joke, but I already forgot it.
No. Try to remember it.
No
pressure.
move on.
Oh, dang it.
So our first story actually is submitted by one of our patrons because I asked for patrons to submit stories so that I could read them in this section.
Oh.
It's actually submitted by our goat, Midscore. Shout out Midscore.
Hi,
What's up, triple mid?
The triple mid. I like that.
I like that. Yeah, that's a nice one.
Am I the asshole for serving my guests disgusting food?
Yes.
Wait,
So hesitant.
am I the asshole for serving my guests disgusting food?
Yes.
Yeah.
If
Right?
Sean and I were to come over to your house, John, and you served us disgusting food, would you be the asshole?
I'm gonna say I'm gonna be different. I have a feeling.
What a pick me guy.
Yeah,
No,
what
just
a-
I have a feeling that the guests are white and they're serving ethnic food.
Oh.
That is my prediction.
That's both
But
racist
People are
and
fucking
pick me.
racist.
Why, but why would OP call her own ethnic food?
Because that's what the white people calls it.
I love tons of different ethnic foods.
Well, you're a special kind of white, Josh. We love you for that.
Seasoned.
I'm a pick me
seasoned.
white.
Yeah, he's salt. You're Himalayan salt. Delicious.
Oh, no.
Oh, Himalayan.
Not salt. Gross. We don't like seasoning.
Shame.
All right, so we got split vote on this one. John saying yes, John saying no. White people are bad. I think that's what he said. So.
I always say that.
All right, so I was a butcher looking for some cheap meat to use for tacos at my housewarming party. My wife got me a kick-ass new smoker, and I wanted to try it out. My wife, I was like,
Sorry,
what the fuck
sorry.
did you say?
I tried to say it under my breath.
Yeah, you did it. You pulled a John there. The butcher mentioned that he had some beef tongue and beef cheeks.
Ooh,
I went
lengua.
weak in the knees. I love those cuts of beefs. They have so much flavor, and proper barbacoa is made from that.
Yes. Yeah, it's like beef cheek.
Yeah.
Okay.
Delicious.
So- I'm too white. Maybe this is a white story. So I picked it up. I prepared it the way I was taught by my grandfather. It was awesome. Smoking it made it so much more tender.
That shit's
I made
juicy as fuck too, I bet. Oh my god.
Oh, I bet. I made tortillas from scratch as well.
Oh, you're talking to me. Talk to me. Keep talking to me, Josh. I'm feeling some type of way right now.
Oh God, this is not smut, John. Keep it in your pants. We had our
It's
party
hard.
and everyone enjoyed the food until my wife's brother's girlfriend asked for the recipe. I declined because it was my family recipe and I don't like giving away recipes. I have in the past and I ended up getting crapped on because it doesn't taste as good and I must have sabotaged them on purpose. No, Madison, I didn't sabotage you. You just used cinnamon powder in your chili instead of a couple cinnamon sticks, like I said. Okay, calling people out. I love it.
Cinnamon powder.
Holy.
My wife told me to please play nice and share, so I wrote out the recipe for the girl. She immediately started dry heaving like she's going to
I fucking knew it. I fucking knew it.
Wow, John called
I
it.
knew it.
My brother-in-law comes over to see what is going on. She's screaming that I served dog food for supper. So everyone
food.
starts asking what she means and starts waving the recipe around, saying that beef cheeks and tongues aren't what she buys, or are what she buys for dog snacks. No one else complains. They all just say she's being ridiculous and the meal was great. She's left there crying and being comforted by my brother-in-law.
Oh no. Why are you crying over lengua, baby? Oh my god.
Now she's blaming me on
Barbacoa.
Facebook, calling me names and saying that just because I ate peasant food growing up for no reason is no reason to feed others. I feel
That is
kinda,
racially motivated.
This is racist as
It's
fuck.
racially motivated.
So here you go, John. I kind of feel guilty because I thought I was doing a nice thing making authentic food. but
No,
I guess
do
I
not
might
feel
be,
guilty.
I guess I might be an asshole for serving cut of meats that Americans don't think is fit for human
Fucking
consumption.
white people. I knew it. I knew it.
That is the most insane one for you to predict correctly, John. I cannot
Dude.
believe you found that.
There's a
I fucking knew
new
it.
Predict Johns, guys.
You're-
It sounds
No,
good.
no, you deserve that title, John.
I
You're
think
the
it's
new
because food is
goat.
involved. I also love food like Sean, and because you know what? I've heard it a few times. I've heard a few times when especially like growing up, Joko makes this joke all the time. Like Filipinos tend to like bring like stuff from home instead of like the typical food. And every time
Right.
like we would pop up or like our Tupperware full of like sinigang or like other stuff, a lot of kids typically go like, "Ew, that's disgusting. Like, why would you eat that shit?" I'm like, bro, this is what I fucking grew up with. So it kind of gave me like childhood vibes and like even an adult. Like when I was in the Air Force, I was stationed with majority of people outside of my race.
Right.
And typically I would eat something that's a little different from what they would eat. First thing to say is like, "Oh, that doesn't look appetizing. That looks gross." So I'm like, "Oh, fuck you." Like
This
your
reminds
burgers
me.
look like shit sometimes, but I don't be saying
Yeah.
shit.
True.
I just saw a TikTok where it was one of the guys from Wong Fu. I guess he opened up a boba shop or whatever. But he was talking about how Simu Liu like was hosting one of the late night shows, and he was having boba with like another Asian actor or whatever. He was like, "Oh, like the last time we had boba in a late night TV shows, like Jimmy Fallon and Jason Sudeikis drinking boba and being like, so gross."
See?
And white people fucking
Random.
love boba now. 10 years later, people can't get enough of boba.
Hey,
Can I just-
if white people are good at one thing, it's being late to the party, okay?
Can I
we are
can I just add to boba because I am addicted to boba. I fucking hate this movement of gentrifying boba and it's being called bubble tea now just to please fucking white people. It's boba. It's boba. Stop calling it fucking bubble tea.
To be fair, I feel like places in Asia also call it bubble tea.
They call
maybe.
it boba from where like at least where I go.
Yeah, I think they call it boba where I am. I don't know,
Good.
to be honest. I'm not a huge, like I've tried it. It's not my favorite drink, which might
You're
offend
white. I'm just kidding.
Jesus.
No, no. But I would never like if someone presented to me as like a meal, I'm not gonna like freak out about it. You know what I
You're
mean?
not going to
Like,
dry
like,
heave.
yeah, especially if I enjoyed the fucking meal. I'd be like, I was just asking for the recipe. I'm not gonna fucking then turn around and be like, that was disgusting because I know what's in it now. Like, I don't know. I eat so
It's
much
like,
fast food. I don't know what the fuck is in half of that shit. I'm not gonna
Dude,
turn around and be mad at you
if
for
you-
making an
if
authentic
you-
meal.
If you eat Taco Bell, I hate to tell it to you, you're eating dog food.
Definitely.
Definitely eating dog food. So I mean, like, dude, this is like classic parents not telling the kids what's in the meal because they're fucking kids and they're gonna freak out. If you enjoyed it, shut the fuck up. You liked it. You learned something new about yourself. You learned, oh, this cut of meat that I wouldn't think to cook, if cooked properly, is really fucking good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, after you've eaten it and begged for the recipe, begged for it, you can't then turn around and be like, oh my God, what the fuck? Unless it was like human or some shit. Then you can.
Well, that's a whole different story. Yeah.
Then you could be like, what? But,
or something against like your religion or something like that. Like that's,
like that
that's
one
different.
Oh,
grandma, right? Yeah, that was wild.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But this is different. It's like you just find it disgusting. Like here, perfect example. I've had deer liver before, and I fucking hated how it was cooked. Now, in the future, if someone cooks me a beautiful meal and I find out later it has deer liver in it, I'd be like, yeah, you know what? That was good. I don't mind liver in that kind of way. So it's a wild to turn around and be like, I hated that meal that I loved 2 seconds ago. Crazy.
And there's like appropriate ways of like turning down food. Like if it's something that you don't like personally, I've had chitlins one time and I hated it. And I'm just like, sometimes someone offered it to me. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. Like I've had a bad experience with that last time. I'm good. Thank you for offering though. And then just
what's a
move on
white person food that you've had that you don't like, John?
I do not like beans or chili.
Oh, fair.
I hate beans and chili. I don't like it. But if someone's offered it to me, I'm like, respectfully, thank you, but I don't really eat that, and then just move on.
I do make chili, so if you come up, I will not make that for you.
You put beans in your chili?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Like I mean, when I was in Ohio, like Skyline chili was famous, and I've had it. I'm like, this is not for me, and I just smiled and just like push it off to the side. I'm like,
what about a chili dog? Like a hot dog.
There's
with
no
chili
beans. I fuck with.
There's no beans in that, so I think I'm okay.
Oh, I've only had ones with beans. I think.
Yeah, because I know
Texas, I feel like Texas chili doesn't have beans.
Yeah, I don't think it does.
Possible. Yeah.
Because like when you have a Frito pie,
it doesn't have beans
in a Frito pie.
Right, and it's like the same type.
Do you know what a Frito? The Wikimaniacs? Do y'all know what a Frito pie is? I don't know if that's.
I don't know. You're talking. I was just nodding. I have no idea what you're talking about.
You take a bag of. Do you know what Frito chips are?
Oh yeah, I fuck with Frito chips.
So you take a bag of Fritos, you open it, you pour in chili, and then you sprinkle it with cheese, and then it's a Frito pie.
So kind of like a nacho platter or something like that.
Yeah, essentially. But instead of like tortilla chips, Fritos.
It's better chips. I like it.
Fritos are good. Sorry, I'm really passionate.
I knew this would be a discussion topic. So, and I think Midscore knew it as well because she wanted to hear our takes on
knows us.
Yeah,
she's probably gonna kick my ass because if I'm not mistaken, Midscore is from Ohio, and I just talk shit about Skyline Chili. So sorry.
That's fine. He lives in Texas and frequently shits on the goat fast food, so it's fine.
Arguably,
we've heard enough, John. We've heard enough. I'm moving on.
You guys are like popular for barbecues, though, right?
Oh yeah, like Texas barbecue is untouchable. So
during the pandemic, there was a show on Netflix. I was just like showing barbecue spots in Texas, and I was like, I want to go. This was before I met you guys. I was like, I want to go to Texas just for barbecue.
I will show you. We can have a barbecue week, brother.
Hell yeah, I'm down. This one is cross-posted on our subreddit by Perspective Ornery 287, and it's titled, "Am I the asshole for kicking my husband out of the delivery room?"
I will say no, because you know what? You are doing something very important during that, and you need the conditions to be however you need them to be at that time. So
hey, his back's probably hurting from that chair.
Yeah,
okay?
he'll probably want the nap, anyways. So just send him out.
True. Yeah, that's a fair assumption. I don't know if we've had a couple delivery room ones.
Have we?
It's been a while.
I'm trying to think.
I want to say like last summer.
Okay, well that will be why I don't remember.
But I think honestly, all the men were the assholes in that situation. So it's a fair guess, I think.
Yeah. Just going statistics wise, it seems like, that would be the safe bet.
Especially on Reddit. All right. So I, 23 female, and my husband, 24 male, just had our first baby. My husband was so excited and was super supportive and caring throughout the pregnancy. The only thing is that he became slightly obsessed with watching YouTube and TikTok videos of husbands pulling prank on their wives while in labor.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
That's a thing? Could there not be
Also-
a worse time? That's such
Well, exactly.
what? What would the
God.
prank be? What would be funny? I feel like nothing would be funny in that scenario. I can't imagine.
I can't think of anything. But also, like, they're not in the right state of mind to even appreciate the prank if it is a good prank. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So not
Imagine
a good time.
a human coming out of you and then somebody tried to prank you while that's happening. Oh my God.
Like I couldn't even imagine that, and this is why our For You pages don't have this on it, because we would not find this funny. But I can only imagine like what you would do to consider it a prank. I have no idea.
You know, I'm learning through this podcast, and maybe I have known this about myself. I do not like prank videos. I don't enjoy them. I don't think
they're just awkward and hard to watch. I find, because I'm a socially anxious. I've talked about this. I'm a pretty socially anxious person. I can't even talk. And so all of those scenarios, I'm like, I hate this. It makes me cringe. It makes me very like uncomfortable. So I just can't. I can't watch them.
I only like the ones that are like there's one guy I watch on TikTok where he like asks some people to film for him, and then he'll just do awkward stuff on camera. Those are okay. Because those
are scripted, I think.
Oh, okay. Well, this one,
unless we're talking about different guys, maybe
it might be a different guy. But this one, he like dances and does weird stuff. But those, like, you know, you're asking them for permission and blah blah blah.
Yeah.
That feels fine. But like,
well, and you're the joke. You're the butt of the joke.
Yeah, you're the butt of the joke. But like, moaning in people's ear or like throwing like balls at them and then acting like you don't know where the ball came from. Don't love those.
No.
And then the couple prank videos, I've said on multiple occasions, I hate couple prank videos. Those are the worst.
Yeah. And then what pisses me off more is when you get into the comments and you're looking through them and everyone's getting mad at the person who got pranked. They're like, oh, relax. It's just a joke. And it's like, no, maybe they're having a bad day. Maybe it's just not a good prank. Maybe it's very uncomfortable for them. Like you.
Yes.
So it pisses me off to the nth degree. And I just hate it.
I'm with you, brother.
All right. So he's into, we're like 3 sentences.
He's into that shit that we just talked about hating.
Yeah, into prank videos. I clearly stated my distaste for them and asked him not to do anything like that. He said he agreed and continued to joke about it from time to time, but I brushed it off since I trusted him and thought nothing would come of it. The day of the delivery came and I had been in labor for 8 hours. And then in parentheses, I will be in 12 hours total labor. I had just finished another round of contractions when my husband let out the loudest fart, turns to me and says, "What the hell have you been eating, OP? It smells disgusting." I immediately recognized that as one of the pranks in the video, which is not a funny prank. Outraged at him not honoring what I asked him to do, I demanded he leave the room. He started to argue, saying this was a joke, but I insisted, and luckily the nurse helped him get out. I went through the last 4 hours of labor by myself since my family lives out of state, and I'm not close to my mother-in-law. After the delivery, I told the nurse he could come back into the room, and he was fuming. He started demanding that I tell him why he kicked me out. I calmly told him the reasons, but he was pissed. He hasn't talked to me in a week, and his mom is taking his side, saying that I was a complete bitch for kicking him out. Normally, he would defend me from her, but this time he completely agreed. I might be the asshole because I know how much he was looking forward to being there for the birth of our kid, especially when he got to cut the cord. But I still kicked him out and refused to let him back in. The nurse asked a few times if I wanted him back, but each time I said no. So am I the asshole for kicking out my husband after a stupid prank?
Again, no. You guys had a deal and then he broke the deal. Maybe he thought, you know, you needed to cheer up or something, but I don't know. Right. That at least it was a harmless prank, you know, but it's still annoying. You guys agreed I need to be focused. I can't, you know, none of that shit. And he said, yeah, I agree. And
there's other people there.
Yeah.
Like, it's embarrassing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's like he agreed. He said he wouldn't do it. You stuck to your guns and said, hey, you fucked around and found out. You get the fuck out of the delivery room. I think that's fair. So
Very
she does have
ridiculous.
some more information and then a slight update here that will not make you happier. So, edit, I just want to say thanks for everyone for the support and reassurance on here, and wanted to answer some questions and give an update. So here were some of the answers she has for some of the questions. She says he has been bonding with the baby, but not quite helping. When he felt like holding her, he would just take her from my arms. Or if my mother-in-law was around, he would just ask her to get the baby. And then just to clarify, if he had been apologetic in any way, I would have let him come back into the delivery room, and the nurse checked on him, but he was still sulking and complaining that he did that, or that I did that. So she's saying like, and rightly so, if he had been apologetic in any ways at all.
Yeah, because okay, if you're
she would
mad
let him
out
in.
there, why would she want you to get like? Why would she want you to bring that negative energy in there?
Yes.
Like I imagine I can, if you were super excited to be like cutting the cord, not cutting the cord, is it? Is it the cord?
Yeah, you cut
umbilical
the cord.
Yeah. Sorry, I was thinking of like cable. If you're trying to
You
cut the
gotta learn
cable,
if you ever want to have kids.
but yeah, like if I can imagine if that was like a big thing, he would be mad coming into it, but he, should be mature and realize why. But to just be mad outside the whole time, and the nurse is like, "Hey, are you like good to come back in?" And then and you're still throwing a fucking little bitch fit. Of course, she's not gonna want you in there.
Yeah, well, it's supposed to be like a happy moment, and you've turned it into this very negative, sour moment. And yeah, it like you should have just realized, okay, I fucked up. I shouldn't have done that. It was 8 hours. I was bored. I thought it would lighten the mood. My bad. I'm sorry. Like I fucked up. If you came back with that energy, you know what? Absolved. Like 100%. But you just did not do that at all, and just
And
sat
imagine
there
being so
stewing.
mad so mad for 4 hours, and during those 4 hours, not realizing, okay, yeah, all right, I need to chill the fuck out so I can get back in there and then cut the cord, because that means a lot to me. But I guess it didn't mean that much to you if you're
making an issue.
Yeah, if you're making a joke and then making such a big scene, like why? Yeah. What's your thought process? Of course she doesn't want you in there, man.
Just it's insane, and like just to stay mad for 4 hours is ridiculous. Like,
yes,
I've been mad sometimes, and like I need to step away for a bit, but it's like half hour maybe where I just collect my thoughts, and then I come back. I'm like, all right, this is what bothered me. My bad, or whatever I have to say. Like 4 hours is ridiculous.
Yeah,
it's a
long
ridiculous
time to be
amount of time.
mad. You got to try hard to be mad for that long.
Yeah, well, exactly. So there is an update here. So update, it's been a rough first week, but thankfully my mother arrived this morning to help out. I talked to my husband as best I could since he's still upset and ignoring me, and I told him how I was feeling. I've been feeling depressed and anxious since we brought home the baby, and I've understood why he was upset, but I asked him to please see my side. He told me that I had no right to kick him out and that our daughter would come to hate me one day for having him miss her birth. I started crying and begged him to please talk things through instead of saying things out of anger. He refused and said I was under his roof, so he had the final say.
Oh, boo.
And called me a cunt for kicking him out of the delivery room. I didn't say anything else. I just started packing myself and the baby's things and plan on leaving. He yelled at me that I couldn't take anything he paid for, which I hadn't started working since the pandemic. I just took the baby and told my mom we were leaving. We're staying in a motel, and I will be driving to my parents' house tomorrow. Sorry for the long update, but I wanted everyone to know the outcome. So,
God,
that is crazy.
Okay, so I am.
Collect your thoughts. I know you're angry, Sean.
I'm more than angry. I'm like nervous for her because if they get a divorce, I feel like it'll be hard. I don't know how this works. Never been in this situation, obviously, but like I imagine it would be hard to fight this battle when you don't have a job and you haven't had a job for a while. Like to have what is it? Primary custody of the child.
I guess so.
Yeah. Like I imagine it would be difficult to fight that when he was the moneymaker, unfortunately.
I think they usually side with the mom because like breast milk is a thing for a newborn child. So she has to be the primary caregiver. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
not always. I mean, they could bottle, I guess, but so I think she has a good case in that sense that the baby is still so young that they wouldn't take her from the mom. But again, I don't know.
Yeah. That's the only thing
here.
I'm scared of. I am happy that, you left his ass and you didn't like just stay there and take that shit because
well, that's just abusive shit.
Yeah. Super abusive. Like putting the future guilt on her. Like, I don't know. It's fucking crazy. And then like when she's leaving to not even try to stop her, to be like, actually just don't take anything I bought. Like she's taking your kid, man. Show some like, oh man, I overreact. Like do something. You're not even trying to stop your kid from leaving. Have some self-reflection.
Like, fuck. This is all stemmed from a stupid joke and you're still stewing over it like a week later, which is insane, dude. Like, realize it is your fault that you weren't in the delivery room, not your wife's. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you made the choice to make the stupid joke and then not apologize after when she is giving birth. You know what I mean? Like, absolutely insane.
Also, like, on top of all of this, like, I mean, again, we're men, so we have no clue. But I imagine when you're in fucking labor, you said earlier, you're probably not in like 100% state of mind, like rational to like even be in the mood for a joke or, just things like that. So it's,
well, you're just in focused pain for 12 hours.
For 12 hours, focused on, just getting that baby out of there. So it's like, bro, any sort of sympathy or empathy is just not there. So I'm glad you're out. For sure. I don't know if they said they're married. Husband, right? They said husband.
I believe it was husband, but I can double check here. Husband.
Yeah,
so
for sure divorce.
Oh, absolutely.
For sure. And then, I am just scared about the no job thing, but hopefully the judge can see well, that he's the reason for the divorce.
Yes. And that's it, right? So I don't know. I'm hopeful. And then, it sounds like you got good family support, so you're in a good spot that way.
I do wonder if he is British or
the cunt
Australian. Thing. Yeah, just because that's not as big of a deal over there for whatever reason. But even then, even if that was true, he's still obviously very much a dick. This guy fucking sucks.
Yeah, they didn't talk enough about tea and crumpets, so I'm very unsure whether they're British or not.
And that's all we know about Brits.
Got them.
Teas and crumpets.
Tea and crumpets and colonialism.
Are crumpets the biscuits that Ted Lasso makes? Is that a crumpet?
I think so. Yeah, that might be what they... No, I don't know. That's a good question.
Let us know in the comments, guys. What's a crumpet?
They look delicious, so I hope that's what they are. All right, we got the last one here. Cross-posted by First Person Energy.
Goat.
And the title is, Am I the asshole for refusing to let my wife name our kid something stupid?
No.
Okay.
I don't think so. There's got to be some stupid. Is it Red Tilda again? Or another version of this? What's another, like... I don't know, Blue Twitter or some shit. I don't fucking know what you want. Blue X?
Hey, that costs $1 now, okay?
Oh.
Did you hear about that?
For real?
Yeah, Twitter's going to start costing $1 starting soon. It's in New Zealand and the Philippines. So
that is wild.
As a Filipino man, how do you feel about that? Elon Musk hates Philippines.
Yo, I can't be putting X on my browser history without some shady shit coming up. So I was like, oops.
I also like how we as a society have just refused to call it X. We're just like,
no, it's fucking Twitter. I'm tweeting.
Yeah.
Okay. What the fuck am I gonna say? I'm Xing.
Also, I don't tweet. I have not been on Twitter since.
I don't think I've used our Twitter since Elon took over.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't think I've been on since then. Apart from like trying to read something, like a link tweet or something like that.
Yeah.
I get all my tweets on TikTok. They're just.
There you go. You suck, Elon.
Yeah, exactly.
You ruined a good thing for us.
Well, I wouldn't go that far, but you ruined a okay thing.
An institution of like weird shit on the internet, and now it's monetized. Fuck you, man.
All right. Well, let's hop in to find out what they were trying to name their kid, and this is going for
Zoom
for your perfect game here, John. So. We didn't put pressure on it at all. I should have.
Oh, no, absolutely not. Now I'm nervous. God damn it.
So me, 25 male, and my wife, 23 female, are having our first child together. She is currently 9 months pregnant and could give birth anytime in the next couple of weeks. The only major fight we've had throughout her pregnancy happened a couple of days ago. It was what we were going to name our kid. It all started when we found out the gender of the baby. We didn't do a gender reveal and decided to find out the gender at one of her checkups because we didn't want to spend time making 2 lists of names and then having to get rid of one after. So after we found out we were having a boy, we sat down together and made a list. Almost all of the names she suggested were normal until the one that caused me to write this post.
Uh-oh.
She suggested we name our son Mune, M-U-N-E.
Mune?
Mune.
Sounds like a Mune.
Do you know what that means?
I don't know what that means.
Okay. So Mune in Japanese means breast.
Breast?
Breast.
You naming a kid Titty?
Yeah.
Mune.
Hey, Tit, get over here. Oh, fuck.
Oh, Mune. What the fuck? Is that the explanation of what the wife wanted to name it?
No, that's not why she wanted to name it, but I saw a couple comments saying that's what it is. So fucking funny. So she told me the name was from a movie she watched when she was younger and that it always stuck with her. I told her the name was a little out there and he would get made fun of for it. She claimed he wouldn't, and we started going back and forth trying to decide whether to add the name to the list or not. Eventually, she agreed to keep the name off the list, and we picked some that we liked, and I thought that was it. Later on in her pregnancy, her mom decided to throw a baby shower as it was her first grandchild. My wife's pregnancy was almost over, and we hadn't celebrated once. It was fine for the most part until we started opening gifts. Most of them were normal baby things like diapers and bottles, until we got to her mom's gifts. My wife opened the bag and pulled out a blue handmade blanket. It seemed normal at first until my wife unfolded it. And lo and behold, there was the name Mune written on the blanket.
No!
It's a tit blanket.
Boobies.
After that reveal, I had family members come up to me and ask me about the name and why I hadn't told them. I didn't know what to tell them as I didn't have a clue about this either and just had to embarrassingly tell my family, which pissed me off even more. Once the event ended and me and my wife went home, I started to question her about the name. She got defensive and told me that it was a good name and that I was overreacting about it. I brought up the earlier points and told her I thought it was a stupid name for a kid. And if she wanted to name something Mune so badly, she could use it for a dog name. She got upset and called her mom to come get her. After she left, she called me and told me she wouldn't be coming back for a while. Everyone I've talked to about this said I'm not the asshole, but now that my wife has been gone, I've been thinking about it, and I feel like I could have handled the situation better. So am I the asshole?
I don't think so. I think the wife got to calm her munes a little bit, you know?
Jesus.
I have to do it. I mean,
I knew something in the pocket was coming.
I had to. Intrusive thoughts always beats me, man. But yeah, you know, like I think OP kind of expressed why they thought the name was kind of dumb, and I think it's dumb as shit too. Now that you put it that way,
it's not even that. It's that you've both agreed to not even put it on the list. So why would she go behind your back to? Because
that part.
That's for me. It's like you're deciding on this name together. So if one of you is vehemently against the other name, then you should just be like, all right, we'll find another name that we can compromise on.
Yeah.
Because there's infinite amount of names. Calling your kid Tit probably isn't the right one.
Oh, damn. Imagine if your fucking name is Mune.
Mune. Watch a commenter be like, my name's Mune. Fuck you guys. It's a Todd situation all over again.
Well, I'm going to need you to calm your munes a little bit as well. This is a Mune for tat situation, all right?
Jesus.
Oh, God.
So Reddit said not the asshole, obviously. Adventurous Midscore Try 1728 said, you're not overreacting. Naming a baby is a 2 yes or 1 no situation.
Yes.
You do not name a child something your partner does not agree with. You find a compromise. This is the start of many necessary compromises in life, and it is totally an asshole move to unilaterally decide on a child's name despite your partner's misgivings. And I think that is a wonderful
I agree.
sum up of our argument where we were just making tit jokes the entire time. That's the analysis you can expect on Reddit on Wiki.
Thank you, commenter, for keeping us abreast. Appreciate
Jesus.
it.